So a few months ago, I noticed my internet speeds were starting to slow down. Nothing major at first, just a little buffering here and there. Something you'd think would never happen on a high-end fiber optic connection. I do a lot of work from home, and I'm kind of a tech nerd, so I decided to investigate. After running some diagnostics, I realized there was more traffic on my line than there should be. It wasn't just my devices. Something felt off. I set up a monitor to track data usage, and sure enough, I saw usage patterns that didn't match anything I was doing, mostly during odd hours. It was strange. Now, I live in a neighborhood with a very active HOA, and by active, I mean there's this one woman, let's call her Karen, who practically runs the place. She's the kind of person who sends nasty emails if your grass is half an inch too tall. Real power trip type. Anyway, she and I have clashed before because I don't bow to her ridiculous demands. I wouldn't be surprised if she thought she was entitled to whatever she wanted. So I did some physical checking around the area, and to my surprise, hidden behind the side of my house, I found an unmarked, unauthorized connection hooked into my fiber line. Someone had literally tapped into my connection, and the way it was rigged, it was obviously someone with just enough knowledge to be dangerous. Now, I could have called the ISP or the police, but honestly, I wanted a little fun with this. So I rerouted their signal through a bandwidth limiter and throttled it down to the speed of an old-school 56K dial-up modem. You know, the kind with those beeping sounds from the 90s. Yeah, that one. About 2 days later, I saw a post on our neighborhood forum. Karen was absolutely raging. She was complaining about her high-speed internet being ridiculously slow. She couldn't even load her Facebook page, and Netflix kept crashing. Apparently, her nephew had set up the connection for her, and now everything was broken. Sure, Karen. I just sat back and watched the chaos unfold. Every time she tried to get it fixed, I'd throttle it a bit more. At one point, I let her think it was back to normal, only to drop the speed to nearly zero. She even brought in a technician, who, after poking around, told her that the setup was not supported and probably illegal. Eventually, the line was quietly removed. No apology, no confrontation, just silence. But here's the best part. I didn't even report her. I didn't need to. She embarrassed herself by stealing internet and getting stuck in the Stone Age. I still have the logs, the screenshots, and even a little video of that unauthorized cable in case she tries anything again. Sometimes, karma doesn't need a court case. Just a good old 56K connection.